to complete the first phase of this project on time. Just to share with all of you that there is a second phase for this project. On my left side, once we started removing the mud and the small mountain, whatever the hill out there, we realized that there was an opportunity to build up an entire gallery. So in the second phase, we are expecting to put up a full gallery out there with certain shops and certain areas for rooms and facilities, so that this place can be used for many other programs, and not just sports programs, but even if possible, if the technology and the rules allow, then even other events in the long run, so that we can get the maximum utility from the infrastructure and the investments that have been made in this particular place. You will also be happy to know that it is not just this stadium, but the government of Meghalaya in the last 5 years has ongoing projects of more than 500 crores in the sports department. And in the pipeline, we have hundreds of more crores of projects that are coming up. As we speak, within 15 days from now, we will be inaugurating another stadium in Jaintia Hills, in Vaijer constituency, in Narthiang constituency, in the Vaijer village, where state-of-the-art stadium has been built, where there is track and field and a football stadium, as well as a gallery that has been set up out there. 2 months from now, the SSA Stadium, which is the football stadium, will be inaugurated in Shillong. After that, we expect that in about 15 months from today, or 18 months from today, 15 months from the program which is going to be held in March, but 18 months from today, we expect that we will be able to inaugurate the indoor stadium in Shillong and the indoor stadium in Tura, which will have indoor facilities for basketball, table tennis, and all other kind of indoor sports that are going to be there. So one in Shillong and one in Tura, the work is going on as we speak. So we expect both of them to be inaugurated by next year, 2025 June. By June this year, 2024, we expect to inaugurate the JN Stadium, which will now have a capacity of 30,000 people and will be the largest stadium in the state, which will be inaugurated on the June of 2024. Like that, in many other constituencies and many other districts, many projects for track and field, for artificial turf, for natural turf, different indoor stadiums, different basketball courts, different volleyball courts, and so on and so forth. Many such investments are being made today throughout the state in the sports infrastructure, and I expect that within the next 3 to 4 years, we will have one of the highest density of sports infrastructure, if not in the country, at least in the region of Eastern region, Northeast and Eastern region. Meghalaya will be one of the top states in terms of sports infrastructure density that any state will have. And that is a kind of investment that we're making. And the reason why we do this, as was mentioned earlier by Bashakliar, our Honorable Minister, is because we strongly believe in our youth. We strongly feel that we need to invest in our youth. We strongly feel that we need to give an opportunity to the youth to be able to do the things that they like to do, to be able to follow the passion that they want, to be able to excel in the sports that they wish to excel in. And that is the kind of opportunity the government of Meghalaya and the state would like to provide its youngsters. In the last 5 years, after we started investing in our youth, we have seen great returns. Whether it is in sports, whether it's in music through grassroots Meghalaya music program, whether it's through entrepreneurship through the Prime program, and now the CM Elevate program. Many such areas we are seeing our youth are able to really come out and be able to perform very well. And as mentioned, whether it's music or sports, we expect that we will be able to soon see many of our youngsters at the regional, national, and even international level. As was being mentioned by our sports director, that we have a very, very great program called the STAR program, which is a super athlete program, which many of you are aware of. And this is maybe one of the first of its kind in the country, where we are scientifically testing our youth to find out what sports they are good at, and training them and giving them the facilities to then excel in that sports. Today, after we started this program, there are 12 super athletes out of the 15,000, close to 20,000 athletes who we had screened. Today are super athletes, which means they have talent equivalent at the international level. And they never knew it. They never knew it. And they would have never known also if the STAR program was not done. But today, we have youngsters who are almost at the level of being able to match national records in certain disciplines. I don't want to give out too much because we are still working on it, but you will be very happy to hear good news in the coming days, months maybe, and definitely in the next few years, where we will see one of these or two, three, or maybe all of these super athletes really do well at the national and international level. So friends, I don't want to go much into all the details. We are, of course, here to celebrate and to really dedicate this particular stadium to the youth of our state. And this is for the first time we have an infrastructure like this in Garo Hills, in Tura, in my constituency, in Tura town. And therefore, this is a great blessing for our youth. And as was mentioned by the General Secretary of the MSOA, that this is your asset. This is for you to use, it is for you to take care of, and it is for you to ensure that you maintain it and use this, as he mentioned, a temple. This is not a place to come and just have fun or enjoy, but to be able to dedicate yourself to what you are doing. Sports is a great unifying factor. Sports is a great character building discipline where you can really build up everything from your passion to your discipline to hard work to teamwork, and most importantly to believe in sportsman's spirit, which is to always look at the positive side in winning or in losing. And that's what's really great about sports, and that's why we as a state and as a government have decided to invest heavily in sports. And as you will see, as we move along, every year we will be having the Meghalaya Games in different regions. Next year also we will shift to another region of the state. The year after that also we'll shift to another region of the state. And wherever we go, apart from giving the opportunity to the youth, we will be able to create infrastructure, and infrastructure in a way which will then be given back to society. You must be seeing the different infrastructure created for these games. Almost 50% of the money spent on the infrastructures are being done in institutes, are being done in colleges, are being done in schools, so that once the games are over, the schools and the colleges and institutes will be able to use that infrastructure for the benefit of the students even after the games are over. That is the kind of planning and investment that goes into these games. And we will do this, as I said, in different regions, because this will allow not just the games to go to different locations. It will bring in a sense of unity among the youth of our state, and it will also create very good infrastructure for our youth and for our schools and institutes in different parts of the state.